to Jonesboro, Arkansas, here at Warrior Gym on the campus of Richfield Christian School for Suncom Media's High School Game of the Week. It's the Class 1A-3 District Tournament Finals. Undefeated in conference play, the Lady Bulldogs out of Earle and the Mark Tree Lady Indians meet in the finals to crown a district champion. Hi, everyone. Alex Gallion joined alongside me tonight is my broadcast partner, Ethan Murphy. Ethan, it is the road to the Spa City. Everyone wants to go to Banco ZK. Everyone wants to be a state champion. This is the road to it. We start here. It is the district championship tonight. What do you think about what could possibly happen tonight as we got two great matchups tonight?
You mentioned two great matchups. This first one going to be the Earle Lady Bulldogs, currently ranked second in the 1A girls classification. The Mark Tree Lady Indians ranked fifth. It's going to be a tough one tonight. Both teams have great shooters, great defense. It's going to be just a fun one to cover all around no matter what.
Earle, they come into tonight 22-6 overall, 12-0 in conference play, undefeated in conference play. Mark Tree, they come in tonight 25-6 with a 7-2 in conference play, Ethan.
Mark Tree, you know, they've been on a long road to get here, having played in many tournaments, including ones at Rivercrest, Bay, and Tuckerman. Earle also been to a lot of tournaments and gotten a lot of practice as they've played some much higher classification teams such as the Blytheville Lady Chickasaws, the Greene County Tech Lady Golden Eagles, and the West Memphis. They've also played in tournaments at Harrison and Bartlett.
When we come back, we'll talk more about both squads, and we'll talk about also the girls' bracket of the Class 1A-3 District Championship live here on Suncom Media.
It's hard to get to the top. But how do you stay at the top? Hard work every day. Central Dealership has the same philosophy. I'm Austin Reeves, and I'm proud to be part of the Central team.
Attention Jonesboro and surrounding areas. Struggling with sciatica, neck pain, back pain, or headaches? TLC Chiropractic is here to help. Now through February 28th, take advantage of our grand opening new patient special. For just $50, you will receive a consultation, exam, diagnostic x-ray, specific adjustment, plus an optional traction table session and custom orthotic scan. Don't wait. Take the first step toward a healthier, pain-free life. Call or visit us today.
At Roof Raiders, we never start with pushing a contract in your face, because our first job isn't selling anything, it's protecting you in a time of need. Like supplying tarps or stopping leaks, our first duty at Roof Raiders is to help. Every mission for us starts with response and ends with unconditional satisfaction. Count on it and count on us. Roof Raiders, always on top.
When you look at St. Bernard's today, you'll see history being made, day after day, because the people of St. Bernard's never stop providing healing that goes beyond medicine, beyond the walls of our hospitals and clinics, and our mission grows stronger every day. A mission started by sisters determined to bring healing to all those in need, today and for generations to come. St. Bernard's, 125 years of healing beyond medicine.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are in your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Southern Home Health Care is your on-call home health care provider. Practically any home medical supply or service you need, you will find at Southern Home Healthcare. They feature home oxygen, walkers, wheelchairs, CPAP machines, braces, and more. And if you can't come to them, they'll come to you. On call 24 hours a day, 932-0990, 2925 South Caraway Road. Southern Home Healthcare. Solutions for your home healthcare needs.
We welcome you back to Richfield Christian School for the Class 1A-3 District Championship. Alex Gallion joined alongside me, of course, Ethan Murphy. Ethan, let's talk a little bit about the girls' bracket while we've got some time. It was Hillcrest that took on CRA last Monday, and then it was Manor and Armorell that took on each other that Monday as well. It would seem to be Earle that had the number 1 spot, and same with Mark Tree. Coley's Ridge Academy would end up beating Hillcrest to move on, and then so would Manor. They would end up beating Armorell to move on. But both teams would also lose to those respective number one and number 2 seeds, Earle and Mark Tree. So now we have Earle and Mark Tree here in the finals.
Tonight's going to be a competitive matchup. As we mentioned in our previous segment, you know, both teams have had a lot of practice against a lot tougher teams in the 4A and 5A conference. But the Mark Tree Lady Indians, they hosted a tournament earlier in 2025 in January where they took on the Truman Wildcats, winning that game 50-19. Number 10, Ziana Anderson, and number 15, Journey Versey, had 14 and 12 points respectively. And as you mentioned, you know, Mark Tree, the number 2 seed in the conference, took on Maynard at the number 3 spot, and they won that matchup 67-43. Anderson had 16 points and 8 assists on that night, almost with a double-double. Number 2, Nesbitt with 15 points, and number 15, Versey with 14 points and 8 rebounds. 2 players almost getting a double-double. Also, number 15, Versey, recently hit 1,000 career points against Clarendon earlier this season.
Well, and you talked about that tournament that they held earlier, and when did they play? Was it at Tuckerman?
No, they actually hosted it at Mark Tree.
At Mark Tree, okay.
And Truman came over, and Mark Tree dominated that matchup, almost winning by 30 points.
Well, we do know Mark Tree is hosting the Class 1A Centennial Bank State basketball tournament. That tournament will be held at Truman, though. So when we come back, though, we'll take another small break. We'll talk a little bit more about Earle and the number 1 ranked team in Class 1A live here on Suncom Media.
Thank you to our Glensane family. Thank you for taking us with you for those long days and late nights that often go unnoticed. Thank you for helping make kids' dreams become realities while guiding them to become future leaders. Thank you for going the extra mile, caring for the kids, and treating them like your very own. Thank you to our educators for choosing Glensane for 70 years.
First National Bank, our mortgage lending team knows what it takes to make a home and a superior home loan process. Simple, proven, and reliable service with competitive rates at a bank that already feels like home. Since 1889, that's been the First National Bank way, because for our people in all our locations, this is home. Apply online today. It's easy. From our family to yours. Welcome home. First National Bank.
Sounds like your garden's calling. And we have just what it needs this season. Whether you're starting from scratch or just want a new look, Allscapes Irrigation and Lawn Care has a stocked nursery full of trees, shrubs, and a wide variety of plants. Need fresh mulch, flagstone? We have plenty plenty to pick from. Home garden, commercial, no matter the project, we have something for every green thumb. Allscapes Irrigation and Lawn Care, 1409 East Parker Road.
Since 1980, Ace Heating and Cooling has been offering sales, service, and installation for new and existing homes. You'll find quality work at a fair price. They also offer a variety of financing options. Call for a free estimate. Shadrack's Coffee offers a unique blend of taste, speed, and friendliness in the pursuit of refreshing souls in a chaotic world. Locally owned and operated and driven by a desire to serve the individuals they see daily, Shadrack's goes all out to bring encouragement, hope, and awareness to the local needs and invest in our community. There's more to life than a perfect cup of coffee, so while you're at our window, have a chat. Be encouraged. Be filled with coffee. Find your nearest location by going to shadrackscoffee.com.
We are Straister Brothers Construction in Blytheville, and we build industry. We're one of Middle America's top providers of construction, engineering, and design services since 1980. We are a debt-free company, own our own equipment, and complete projects on time and on budget. So from conception to completion, Straister Brothers offers all the services needed for your next industrial build. Straister Brothers Construction. We build industry. For more info, visit StraisterBrothers.com.
We welcome you back to Richfield Christian School for the Class 1A-3 District Championship. Alex Gallion, of course. Back with me is Ethan Murphy. Ethan, it's a big matchup. Earle and Mark Tree. You got the number 1 ranked in Class 1A versus the number 5th ranked in Class 1A. Both of these teams, obviously number 1 and number 2, though, in Class 1A-3, so it's a really tough competitive conference. I want to talk a little bit about Earle so far. Earle actually owns the series over Mark Tree, I believe, having beaten them all year so far. Talk about Earle's last 5 games. The last, it was technically a loss. They had played Pulaski Academy at Little Rock, lost that game 62-23. The week before that was at Earle. They beat Hillcrest, and then they beat Armorel the week before that, Hillcrest, and then it was Armorel again. So they were on a 4-game win streak. They went to Little Rock, lost to Pulaski, and then they moved on to obviously what was the district tournament.
And again, for the Earle Lady Bulldogs, they've kind of been dominating all season. We've seen this matchup between Earle and Mark Tree twice already this season. Early in conference, they played at Mark Tree. The Earle Lady Bulldogs took that game by 11 points. We then saw them 10 days later at their home arena in Earle, winning that one only by 6. So, tonight might be a neck-and-neck matchup. You never know how things have progressed as the season has gone on. But on Saturday, February 22nd, the Earle Lady Bulldogs took on the Crowley's Ridge Academy Lady Falcons and won that game by 42 points. Earle absolutely dominated. They have some great shooters like Maples, Jefferson, and Madison Dunn, who is a great shooter that we've seen all year from the perimeter line.
And, talking about some of Earle's biggest victories this season, I mean, they've beat some teams that are almost 3 or 4 classifications higher than them. They went over, it was at Earle, they beat Jacksonville. That was a win over Jacksonville, 56-47. They beat Gosnell 82-35 earlier in the year, beat Forest City by 1 point earlier in the year, and then right before Christmas, they played Sheridan at the Harrison, Arkansas Goblin tournament, the holiday tournament. They beat them by 3 points for that game. Then they had played Harrison again at that tournament and beat Harrison at Harrison. So that was a huge win for them. Wins over Wynn as well. That's a huge win for them as well. So this Earle team, a lot of good players. I mean, this is a team that's looking to win the district championship tonight. They're already conference champions, so they're looking for that district title as well.
Although Mark Tree is in the 2nd seed under Earle, they've also had their fair share of wins against some tough competitors, such as Rivercrest, when they beat them 54-36 within their first 5 games of the season. They've also beaten Bates twice already, and as I mentioned, the Truman Lady Wildcats.
Some big wins, and it is district championship, Ethan. It's a big moment. It's postseason basketball. If you ask me, my absolute favorite time of the year. It's the best time of the year.
Absolutely, I'd have to agree. And going over the starters really quick for either team, for the Mark Tree Lady Indians, we're going to have number 2, Amaya Nesbitt, a 5'2 sophomore. Number 3, Lacrissa Dupree, a 5'8 sophomore. Number 5, Alyssa McGuire, a 5'4 sophomore. Number 10, Ziana Anderson, a 5'1 point guard. And number 15, Journey Versey, a 5'8 senior forward. And they are going to be coached by Colton Frazier. And for the Earle Lady Bulldogs, we're going to see a 5'10 junior, number 2, Jada Maples, a 5'8 sophomore. Number 3, Journey Jefferson, a 5'6 junior forward. Number 13, Christian Boykin, a 5'5 guard. Number 14, Natalie Sanders, and a 5'11 forward. Number 21, Madison Dunn, and they're going to be coached by Stephen Jefferson.
Coach Jefferson, man, he's a legend for this for this Earle program. Been there for a long time. I mean, Colton Frazier, his 6th season at Mark Tree. It's going to be a fun one. And we got a good boys game, too. I mean, Crowley's Ridge Academy looking to pull up an upset, possibly.
We're going to see this intense matchup get underway. It's going to be one to watch.
Oh, yeah, live from Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Everybody expecting it to be neck and neck. I hope we see that on the floor tonight. I hope it's an exciting matchup.
Both teams looking for the 1A-3 district championship. The tip won by Earle. Started out Maples with the basketball here on the right wing.
When you get two competitive teams like this in the room, I think it's really a question of whoever wants it more.
Maples with a nice pull-up jumper, kind of that mid-range area, will go out of bounds, so the ball will go to the Lady Indians.
Both teams trying to ramp up their intensity right out of the gate and not let the other get past them.
It's going to be competitive. I mean, both of these teams are top 5 in Class 1A. I mean, both of these teams they have great shots of going to possibly the state finals. With a three-pointer no good, a kind of a spin fade will not be good from the post.
You can see the intensity of the defense here. You know, neither team having scored yet.
Oh, nice pass inside. Will draw a foul that time for Madison Dunn, the 5'11".
That foul is going to be charged to number 15, Journey Versey. Versey, not only a player that we've seen all year knocking down shots, but also a player we see on the defensive end of things.
First free throw good that time from Dunn. And you mentioned Madison Dunn in the pregame show, Ethan. I mean, she's a player to watch out. Good on both free throws will kind of start this game out for Earle and the Lady Bulldogs.
Dunn with a massive height advantage as well, being 5'11".
Look at that. Almost possible cookies from Jefferson, and that time it was Anderson able to get the long ball back and up and down. So turnover that time. The ball will go back to Earle here.
Mark Tree gonna have to clean up those turnovers if they don't want Earle to get past them.
I mean, they can't let the turnover game beat them like that. And a three-point shot coming in from the corner will be no good from Jefferson. Dupree will take the ball down here. She's got handles, will kick it out. That's a left wing three coming up. The shot will not fall, and a nice rebound from the Lady Bulldogs.
Both teams putting a lot of shots up so far, just not able to knock them down.
Possible. Number 14 kind of wide in that corner. Going to go for the bounce pass. The mid-range jumper will pull up for no good from Boykin. Ball will go out, but refs will say it is still Lady Bulldogs ball here. There's 6:30 left to go here in this opening quarter, only 2-0.
The only points on the board so far coming from free throws.
Well, now that time Maples is going to add some points to the board. 4-0 now here with 6:20 left to play. Got to get it up court.
Mark Tree is going to have to pick up the pace.
I mean, Mark Tree, they're playing the second best ranked team in Class 1A. Great defense that time from Madison Dunn. Able to get a hand on it.
Dunn, a player that Mark Tree knows they've got to look out for tonight.
Passing coming up here for Mark Tree. Get it into Anderson. Anderson Ooh, kind of lost a handle on that. It was kind of Jefferson who kind of got the poke there. Mark Tree will keep the basketball here.
They're going to call it out on number 14, Natalie Sanders.
11 seconds on that shot clock here. So they got to find a shot, less than 10. They'll try to get inside to number 15. And that will be another turnover. Versio not able to get that one to go. So Earle will get the ball back.
It's going to be an offensive foul that time on Versio. Already starting off the game, Versio with 2 fouls.
Wow. You know, you could see her in foul trouble tonight. That wouldn't be good for the Lady Indians. This time Maple just try to get into her teammate. It's going to be a turnover. That time Netsmith going to get the ball here for Mark Tree, almost losing handles. That left wing there, kind of a tip there again. Some handles from Jefferson, man. She's been everywhere so far defensively.
You can see both teams really want this tonight, applying a lot of pressure to each other. We've seen a lot of turnovers as well as a lot of shots going out of bounds from tips. You know, it just really shows how aggressive both of these teams are tonight and how much they really, really want this championship.
You know, it's not win or go home for any of these teams. Both of these teams have a potential or have a spot in the regional tournament, but they would still like to add a piece of gold to their school history, and a nice three-pointer that time. So we'll make it 4-3. Only down by 1 now is Mark Tree, with 5:10 left to play. And another turnover that time. It's going to be Dupree with the ball now. Dupree will get it over to Anderson. Now kind of a baseline. Foul is drawn that time. And it is Netsbit that will pick up the foul.
Earle's got to watch out with a team like Mark Tree. You know, that Anderson 3 could push the momentum forward just enough to where Mark Tree has the upper hand, and that's not what they want.
2 shots now coming up here for Mark Tree. No good on her first. I mean, she's able to hit one of these. She'll be able to tie the ball game here at the opening quarter.
Just above 5 to go. Mark Tree only down by 1.
Good on that second free throw, so we'll tie the ball game 4-4 with 5 minutes left to play. Maples will get it over to Jefferson. Jefferson will pop the right wing tray ball, and it will fall that time for Earle. Big time three-pointer there, Murphy. Anderson going to have the ball here on the logo. Going to dribble to the right, will kick out. That's in the corner for that time. Ava's shot will not fall. And they will say it's out on the Lady Indians.
It's a joy to see when both teams can bring that momentum. You know, we saw a lot of turnovers earlier in this quarter. Now both teams picking up the pace a little bit, trying to put some shots up and possibly come out of tonight with a win and the district championship.
The double team, though, on Maples. And Maples, I mean, that's something that she could struggle with tonight. You could possibly see that constant double team pressure defensively from Mark Tree. Trying to get the ball up court. Anderson can. Will get it over her teammate in the corner. Corner will get it back to Anderson. Anderson, she's got room, will go up for it, almost getting the and one.
Anderson, a player that is absolutely fearless on the floor for Mark Tree. Always aggressive and applying pressure to the other team. Mark Tree going to maintain possession of the ball here.
They're looking for the passing here, and it will be stolen that time from Jefferson. Jefferson will get it up court. Nice assist that time. Will find Maples inside for the bucket. Nice assist from Jefferson to Maples. And that will be a foul. I believe a reach-in will be called on Jefferson that time.
Mark Tree going to have possession of the ball here.
Looks like they're going to call a foul that time. It sounded like a shot clock violation, but they just passed the ball then.
We're going to see back at the line, number 10, Ziona Anderson.
Kind of closed the gap here. Less than 4 to go here.
Anderson, despite her small stature, standing at 5'1", always able to knock a shot down, as we've seen so far this game.
I mean, you mentioned earlier, she's a fearless player. Jefferson over to Maples. Maples will look to drive, will pop the mid-range jumper, will not get it to fall. A nice offensive rebound that time. Jefferson over there on the left wing, kind of stuck. I mean, she's seen constant double-team pressure all night tonight. We'll get it back to Jefferson. Jefferson will look to drive, will pull it for the mid-range jumper. Shot will fall again. 5 points now for Jefferson.
Jefferson, just an all-around talent for the Earle Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah, I mean, you see why she's getting double-teamed every play. I mean, another turnover there that time, and a steal will pop the top of the key three-pointer. Will not get that to fall. Can they get the and one? They will. You've got to be kidding me. What a play that time from Maples.
It's going to be Maples' 6th point of the night as she goes up for the and one attempt.
I mean, you saw it. She was driving inside, kind of got tripped a little bit. They kind of called it a foul, and she was able to throw that up for an and one. What a play. It's been a fun first quarter so far here, Ethan.
Absolutely.
7 points now.
You can see why Earle went undefeated in conference on the floor.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this team is coached very well by Coach Jefferson. 3:05 left to play here in the opening quarter. A tough drive and an and one now for Mark Tree. And Nesbitt will get another point, and that is her 3rd point of the night. Looking for 4 if she can convert on the and one here, Ethan.
It's going to be Madison Dunn's 3rd foul already tonight.
Wow. Dunn is definitely going to be in foul trouble as this night goes on. Look at the handles, though, from Jefferson, able to, she lost control of it, so we'll go out of bounds. The Lady Indians will retain.
Mark Tree's audience cheering for the call.
Oh, yeah, they have brought the crowd, but so was Earle. Earle has brought a nice crowd out here tonight as well. Almost lost control, and that will be a travel that time.
Mark Tree, if they don't want this lead to get away from them, they're going to have to clean up those turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely been one of the stories so far in this opening quarter. I mean, the Mark Tree turnovers. Passing in coming up for Jefferson. We'll look to get it into Maples.
Earle currently doubles Mark Tree's points. That chemistry from Maples and Jefferson, able to knock the shots down, but also double team on defense and steal the ball from the opponent.
No, they're definitely the dynamic duo for this Lady Bulldog team. We'll get it into Jefferson. Wanted a quick pass that time to Sanders. Another turnover. Jefferson with the pull-up mid-range jumper and another bucket.
Even when Jefferson stumbles a little bit, always able to take it right back and knock down a shot.
They're looking to get it again. And it seems to be a timeout called by Colton Frazier of Mark Tree. A full timeout. We'll be right back here on Suncom Media.
It's hard to get to the top. But how do you stay at the top? Hard work every day. Central Dealership has the same philosophy. I'm Austin Reeves, and I'm proud to be part of the Central team.
So far, 16-17 is the score so far for the Class 1A-3 District Tournament Finals. We are just underway, though, here in the first quarter. Less than 2:10 left to play.
You can see number 10, Anderson, at the top of the key, trying to break past this Earle Lady Bulldog defense. They haven't let up all night so far.
Great ball movement. Only 5 to shoot. Going to pop the three-point shot from McGuire. Will be no good. Under the basket, though, able to get a rebound that time. Dupree.
Although we're not even out of the first yet, you can kind of start to see who the stars for these teams are. Mark Tree, the only points on the board for them have come from number 2 Nesbitt and number 10 Anderson. And Maples and Jefferson for the Earle Lady Bulldogs each was 7.
So far, the free throws they have not been on game with their free throws so far in this opening quarter.
They say that free throws win games, so if you miss those, it could be detrimental.
I mean, in the long run, if you think about it, misses both free throws that time, so a rebound that time from Jada Maples. Maples give it over to Jefferson, back to Maples now. Maples, a little bit of a Euro hezzy there, will not get the layup to fall, and Mark Tree will get the rebound that time. Anderson will take it down for Mark Tree. I mean, there's just constant defensive pressure from Earle. Mark Tree's had a tough time even trying to find a basket because of how highly pressured this defense has been. And they're going to call a foul, though, on Jefferson. So Jefferson will pick up her first personal.
I feel like after that timeout that we saw, whatever happened during the timeout, Mark Tree, we've seen a completely different energy from them, a lot more aggression, a lot more pressure.
That's for sure. So 2 shots coming up here for Anderson, number 10. She's already made 1 free throw so far, so they're going to need her to make both here. Good on her first. 16-8 is the score here with 1:24. Good on both free throws that time, Ethan, so she'll sit at 3 points so far. Take the ball down here, and it's Jefferson back over to Maples. Great ball movement here.
Again, you can see it in their defense as well.
Maples with the pull-up jumper. Will not get that to fall. Great snag rebound from Sanders. Get it over back to Jefferson. Now back to Maples. Maples will cut inside. Tried to use her pivot foot there. Not able to get the layup to go. And Mark Tree with the ball here. Oh, so we're going to see a timeout from Mark Tree, what seems to be. So we'll be right back here. It's Class 1A-3 District Championship on Suncom Media.
Attention Jonesboro and surrounding areas. Struggling with sciatica, neck pain, back pain, or headaches? TLC Chiropractic is here to help. Now through February 28th, take advantage of our grand opening new patient special. For just $50, you will receive a consultation, exam, diagnostic x-ray, specific adjustment, plus an optional traction table session and custom orthotic scan. Don't wait. Take the first step toward a healthier, pain-free life. Call or visit us today. Attention Jonesboro and surrounding areas.
We're back here on the campus of Richfield Christian School. 1A-3 District Championship going on right now. It's Mark Tree and Earle. If you're just joining us, less than a minute here in the opening quarter. Another turnover for Mark Tree. We'll kick it over to Jefferson in the corner. 3-point shot will fall.
A nice steal and assist from Maples that time.
10 points now for Jefferson in this opening contest. And what a game she's had already in the first quarter. Jefferson only a sophomore too, at least listed on the Scorebook Live roster. What a rebound that time from Sanders. What great effort that time, and it's starting to get a little feisty down there, Ethan. I mean, both of these teams huge rivals.
Both of these teams tonight, really want it. Mark Tree currently down by 10, but I don't doubt if we could see a comeback from the Lady Indians.
Oh, for sure. I mean, just starting it out here, Mark Tree's very capable. No shot clock remaining, less than 15 to go here. Seeing that double team, send it to the corner. 3-point shot will fall that time for Perry, number 10. The 5'6" junior will score a bucket.
Perry, not a player we've heard too much from this game so far.
And there will be 0.3 3 seconds on the clock, I believe.
That was just a great pull-up from Perry just then.
I mean, kind of unexpected. Perry, proving that she can make that bucket. It's going to be 8 seconds left on the clock here. Going to try to get up court. Half-court heave from Anderson will be no good. There'll still be time on the clock, though, 0.8. So, I mean, they have time to throw a full court.
Arc Tree.
Yeah, they'll roll it in for the half-court heave. Will not get it off in time. Will hit the top of the shot clock, but Earle will lead Mark Tree in the opening quarter, 22-9, live here on Suncom Media.
At Roof Raiders, we never start with pushing a contract in your face. Because our first job isn't selling anything. It's protecting you in a time of need. Like supplying tarps or stopping leaks. Our first duty at Roof Raiders is to help. Every mission for us starts with response and ends with unconditional satisfaction. Count on it and count on us. Roof Raiders, always on top.
When you look at St. Bernard's today, you'll see history being made, day after day. Because the people of St. Bernard's never stop providing healing that goes beyond medicine, beyond the walls of our hospitals and clinics. And our mission grows stronger every day. A mission started by sisters determined to bring healing to all those in need. Today, and for generations to come. St. Bernard's, 125 years of healing beyond medicine.
We welcome you back to the Class 1A-3 District Tournament Finals for the District Championship. Earle and Mark Tree. So far, Earle leads Mark Tree 22-9. Ethan, towards the end of that first quarter, though, Mark Tree started to pick it up a little bit.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing players like Anderson and Nesbitt come alive a little bit. A lot more pressure on the defense and a lot more aggression on the offense, which I think they need to continue with because it's been working for them so far.
So far, the story, though, Earle, I mean, the dynamic duo between Maples and Jefferson, they've been pretty unstoppable so far. The defensive presence from Earle has been really strong as well. A nice Euro step will be no good with the layup finish. Maples will take the ball down for Earle. Will kick it out to her teammate, Jefferson. Jefferson with the handle. She lost control of it when she tried to go behind the back there.
Mark Tree obviously trying to ramp up the energy here and get a lead. That's not something you want to see if you're an Earle Lady Bulldog.
No, for sure. Tough defense from Sanders that time. We'll look for the kind of they'll get it under the basket and we'll draw a foul that time. So Versi will go to the line here to shoot two for Mark Tree.
Quickly, I'd like to mention, the Earle Lady Bulldogs, a team with a lot of height. You have Maples, Miller, and Dunn all standing at 5'10" and above.
Oh, wow.
Able to really use that height to their advantage.
Oh, this Mark Tree team, I mean, they definitely have some height. Not to say Earle's any small team because they're certainly not, but I think Mark Tree might have just a little bit of a slight height advantage over Earle. Misses both free throws that time. So the rebound from Dunn, and it was Maples that took the ball down. Jefferson looking for another three-pointer. The corner shot will not fall. Tough contact that time. And I believe the ball will go back to Mark Tree here.
That foul's going to be offensive on Ariana Perry.
That's her second. Get the ball down court. Almost lost control of it. Dupree, shot is rejected from Maples.
A massive block there from Maples. You mentioned the chemistry between Maples and Jefferson. Not only on their offense can they sink three-pointers, but man, are they great on defense at swiping the ball, knowing when to intercept it.
Corner three coming up. Shot will be no good. Can they get the under the basket to fall? No, they can't. So it's Maples now with the ball for Mark Tree. Euro step, beautiful right hand finesse off the back glass.
Maples 1 point away from breaking that 10-point seal early in the first half.
Yeah, she's already playing so well. I mean, she just got another steal that time. Maples will take it up court, will pop the mid-range jumper. Shot will be no good. Oh, wow. All the room in the world. Under the basket, can get one that time for Versi. Her first basket. So 24-11 now with 6:17 left to play here in the first half.
You see Jefferson and Maples here trying to map out a game plan to get each other an opening.
Corner three will be no good. So a nice rebound that time from Versi. She's been getting more involved here as the second quarter rolls on.
With every single Mark Tree possession so far, I've kind of been holding my breath because Maples, you never know when she's going to come in and swipe it.
Oh, wow. All the room in the world. Left-hand finesse will be good that time. What a play from Dupree. Her first basket as well.
A bit of a taller player for the Mark Tree Lady Indians. A 5'8" sophomore.
Maples with the ball here. We'll get it back over to Jefferson. Don't leave her too much room. She will shoot that three. Will not be able to get that one to fall. Maples will try now this time. Shot will be no good. And they will call it out on March. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it'll be the ball will be out on Earle. That's what I had thought. So Mark Tree will get the possession here back.
You see here a full court press from Earle.
They're able to get it back up court though. And thought about that possible corner three. She's kind of trapped though. I mean, Earle's defense has been really strong so far. Nice floater attempt. Will be no good. Nice rebound. Up the court quickly. That's over to Jefferson. Jefferson, oh my goodness. And they're going to call that a charge call that time on Jefferson. Jefferson, she probably thought she had an ankle breaker, but they will turn it around against her. So Mark Tree will get the ball back here.
The Mark Tree faithful cheering in the crowd.
Yeah, they have brought the energy tonight.
So is Earle, though. Both teams with a fantastic crowd tonight. Not too far of a drive.
Oh, yeah, not at all. Able to get the ball up court here. Oh, wow. That was quick. What a play from Nesbitt that time.
With that, Nesbitt's going to have 5 points on the night.
Yeah, I mean, she came down the court quick, transitioned very quickly. Now a pull-up mid-range jumper that time from Maples. Maples, she's going to make that 9 times out of 10.
Maples breaking the 10-point seal.
What a Euro step that time from Anderson. Anderson will draw contact for Mark Tree, so she'll go to the line here.
This will be, I believe, Anderson's 4th time at the line tonight so far. With how aggressive of an offensive player she is.
She's got 4 points tonight so far, looking for a 5th possible point. She can make the second free throw. 26-16 is the score with 4:24 left to play in the opening quarter.
Journey Jefferson returns for the Lady Bulldogs.
We're going to see checking back in for the Earle Lady Bulldogs, number 3, Journey Jefferson. Head coach Jefferson just likely realizing, Maples and Jefferson, the 2 players with the hot hands right now.
No, for sure. Maples almost lost control. She's going to pull it from mid-range. Try to get her own rebound back that time. Instead, it's going to go into the hands of Versi. Up the court is Mark Tree. Oh, wow. Able to kind of fake her out that time. Won't matter, though. Jefferson's going to get the snag rebound on offense. She'll take the ball down. And trapped in that corner there. Get over to Maples. Maples thought about popping it. Sends it back to Jefferson in the corner. Shot will be no good. Nice rebound offensively. And a nice cleanup that time from Madison Pounds. Her first basket, Ethan.
Madison Pounds, a player we've only seen so far in the second quarter.
Yeah, she just came off the bench, and she's able to get a bucket. Stuck in that corner there, and give it over to Anderson. 13 on the shot clock here for Mark Tree. Send it over. Now back in the corner here. 5 seconds to shoot. Down low in the post. Ethan, they're able to get it to her. Dupree will score another basket.
Dupree able to score with 1 second left on the shot clock.
Yeah, that was a great play. Think Maples was looking for Jefferson down coast to coast. Pump fakes. Shot is blocked. Gets her own rebound back. Will put it up. Second time's a try for Versey.
Mark Tree ramping up the energy.
For sure. They are starting to come back. 28-21. We'll send it down. Layup will be no good. Rebounded, though, from Dunn. Dunn's shot's no good. And they will say it's out on Mark Tree, so Earle will retain possession here. And, man, like you said, Ethan, Mark Tree's really starting to pick it up. I think the energy from the crowd is really helping with that.
We saw them early in the first, already down by 10. Now only down by 7, something they could quickly make up with how they've been playing so far.
I mean, it's not even halftime yet. Nice spin move, Maples, fadeaway jumper. Madison Dunn went for the rebound, thought she could have got it.
It's going to be a travel as number 15, Journey Versey, tried to get down the floor for Mark Tree, trying to get past the fallen player for Earle.
I wasn't real sure or not. I didn't see the refs call. But Earle will get the ball back here. We'll have a fresh shot clock. Jefferson thought about popping it. She's got handles, man. Get over to Maple this time.
We've seen Jefferson a few different times, dribble her way out of the corner.
Less than 2 minutes to go here in the opening half. Crossover, Maple pulls up. Shot will be no good. Nice rebound that time from Dunn, the cleanup girl.
Dunn, you can see it on the floor, using that 5'11" height advantage for all the offensive rebounds.
Oh yeah, she's got a height advantage over, I believe, everybody. She's even taller than Versey. Versey, a nice corner three coming up for the Lady Indians, no good. And look at this, able to get the rebound offensively. Now this time, Versey, I believe, will draw a foul.
Foul is going to be charged to number 21, Madison Dunn. Something you got to watch out for when you have a height advantage like that is fouling out of the game, because you're going to be always in the paint trying to guard the other team.
Especially in the position, especially if you're a key player and they're going to need you in those last minutes, that last fourth quarter. If you foul out, even before the first half, that's not good at all.
Leaves room for the Mark Tree Lady Indians to gain a lead.
Minute 25 left here in the second quarter. No good on her second free throw that time. 30-21 is the score. Earle still with the lead. Oh, Maple tried to get it to Sanders. Sanders couldn't catch it in time, so it will be a turnover on Earle. Lady Indians will retain possession.
That is sometimes the detriment of having a fast-paced game is, sometimes the ball can get away from you a little bit, as we just saw.
Minute 05 left to play. Try to get it in here to Versey. Versey, hop step, will bully her way in the paint for a bucket.
Going to be Versey's 6th point of the night.
She's really picked it up, Ethan, especially as this game's going on. Oh, again, a back-to-back turnover for Earle that time. It was Maples who tried to get it into Dunn's hands. Ball goes out of bounds.
You can't have turnovers like that against a team like Mark Tree. Even though they stumbled a little bit after the first quarter, they've clearly picked it up. Only down by 7, but they're playing a very fast-paced game.
Especially making a mistake like that, back-to-back turnovers, the exact same turnover. Less than 30 seconds here to go. Less than 20 on the shot clock.
Mark Tree hasn't had a win against Earle all season, trying to get it here tonight for the 1A-3 District Championship.
That'd be big for them. Get it inside, trying to bully her way, and it will be a travel. They will call on Mark Tree, so Earle will have the last shot if they choose so with 13.7 on the clock.
We'll see number 3, Journey Jefferson, back in the game for the Lady Bulldogs with 12 seconds left.
Yeah, they got someone tying their shoe down here, and they started the clock. I don't know if they're going to restart that clock there or the clock's going to go back to 10 seconds here. No, they're going to put 13 on it there. Basically restart the play there. So Earle has the last shot if they choose so.
We're going to see this Maples-Jefferson chemistry again.
Yeah, Maples will find Jefferson. Jefferson, top of the key there, will shoot from the left wing, and shot will be just short. So Earle will lead Mark Tree here in the opening half, 30-23. Live here on Suncom Media, you're watching the Class 1A-3 District Championship Finals, live here on Suncom Media.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are in your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Southern Home Healthcare is your on-call home health care provider. Practically any home medical supply or service you need, you will find at Southern Home Healthcare. They feature home oxygen, walkers, wheelchairs, CPAP machines, braces, and more. And if you can't come to them, they'll come to you. On call 24 hours a day, 932-0990, 2925 South Caraway Road. Southern Home Healthcare, solutions for your home healthcare needs.
Thank you to our Glensane family. Thank you for taking us on the job, no matter rain or shine. Thank you for putting us to work from sun up to sundown. Thank you for helping put food on the table and for meeting our community's needs. Thank you to our farmers for choosing Glensane for 70 years.
First National Bank, our mortgage lending team knows what it takes to make a home and a superior home loan process. Simple, proven, and reliable service with competitive rates at a bank that already feels like home. Since 1889, that's been the First National Bank way, because for our people in all our locations, this is home. Apply online today. It's easy. From our family to yours. Welcome home. First National Bank.
Sounds like your garden's calling. And we have just what it needs this season. Whether you're starting from scratch or just want a new look, Allscapes Irrigation and Lawn Care has a stocked nursery full of trees, shrubs, and a wide variety of plants. Need fresh mulch, flagstone? We have plenty to pick from. Home garden, commercial, no matter the project, we have something for every green thumb. Allscapes Irrigation and Lawn Care, 1409 East Parker Road.
Since 1980, Ace Heating and Cooling has been offering sales, service, and installation for new and existing homes. You'll find quality work at a fair price. They also offer a variety of financing options. Call for a free estimate.
We are Straister Brothers Construction in Blytheville, and we build industry. We're one of Middle America's top providers of construction, engineering, and design services since 1980. We are a debt-free company, own our own equipment, and complete projects on time and on budget. So from conception to completion, Straister Brothers offers all the services needed for your next industrial build. Straister Brothers Construction, we build industry. For more info, visit StraisterBrothers.com.
Shadrack's Coffee offers a unique blend of taste, speed, and friendliness in the pursuit of refreshing souls in a chaotic world. Locally owned and operated and driven by a desire to serve the individuals they see daily, Shadrack's goes all out to bring encouragement, hope, and awareness to the local needs and invest in our community. There's more to life than a perfect cup of coffee, so while you're at our window, have a chat. Be encouraged. Be filled with coffee. Find your nearest location by going to shadrackscoffee.com.
High school hoops in Arkansas has a long list of legends that everyone knows. Names like Sidney Moncrief, Corliss Williamson, and Joe Johnson. What if I told you there were high school legends that have been forgotten? Legacies erased from history when their schools were lost to consolidation. Names like Ricky Norton, Scotty Pierce, the Morrow Brothers, and countless others. For years, I've tried to figure out a way to keep these legends in their schools from fading away and becoming nothing more than just a name in a historical book. I wanted the younger generations to hear about the untold stories and forgotten accomplishments from these legends of the small schools around the state of Arkansas. Schools that barely got their scores in the newspaper and only got mentioned on local sportscasts if they happened to win a state championship. Schools like Biggers Reno, Oil Trough, and Parkdale. Cam Productions presents the Final Jump Shot podcast, coming soon to your favorite podcast provider.
It's hard to get to the top. But how do you stay at the top? Hard work every day. Central Dealership has the same philosophy. I'm Austin Reeves, and I'm proud to be part of the Central team.
Attention Jonesboro and surrounding areas. Struggling with sciatica, neck pain, back pain, or headaches? TLC Chiropractic is here to help. Now through February 28th, take advantage of our grand opening new patient special. For just $50, you will receive a consultation, exam, diagnostic x-ray, specific adjustment, plus an optional traction table session and custom orthotic scan. Don't wait. Take the first step toward a healthier, pain-free life. Call or visit us today.
At Roof Raiders, we never start with pushing a contract in your face. Because our first job isn't selling anything. It's protecting you in a time of need. Like supplying tarps or stopping leaks. Our first duty at Roof Raiders is to help. Every mission for us starts with response and ends with unconditional satisfaction. Count on it and count on us. Roof Raiders, always on top.
When you look at St. Bernard's today, you'll see history being made, day after day. Because the people of St. Bernard's never stop providing healing that goes beyond medicine, beyond the walls of our hospitals and clinics. And our mission grows stronger every day. A mission started by sisters determined to bring healing to all those in need. Today, and for generations to come. St. Bernard's, 125 years of healing beyond medicine.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are in your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We welcome you back to Warrior Gym on the campus of Richfield Christian School. It's the 1A-3 District Championship Finals. It's Earle and Mark Tree. So far, Earle, if you're just joining us, they lead the Mark Tree Lady Indians in this opening half 30-23. But Ethan, we definitely saw a shift in that second quarter. At some point, Mark Tree started to step it up. Wonder if that's going to continue as we go on through this through the rest of this game here, Ethan.
We saw Anderson in the early in the first quarter, you know, she was the one putting up the shots and knocking them down for Marktree, but as it's gone on, Nesbitt, Dupree, and Versey have all started picking up their own shots. Nesbitt with 5, Dupree with 4, and Versey with 6. Almost the leading scorer, right behind Anderson by only 2. But for the Earle Lady Bulldogs, it's really been the story of the chemistry between Jada Maples and Journey Jefferson. Together, they make up 21 points out of the 30 for Earle. And we've seen them not only on their offensive game, but defense. They have such a height advantage. They know exactly what they're doing. You know, there's a lot of aggressive passing from Marktree, and they take advantage of that. They've had a lot of steals so far. It's just been an all-around great showing for both teams so far, and I can't wait to hop into the second half.
It almost feels like Maples and Jefferson, they've been, you know, playing basketball with each other since they were little kids. I mean, that's the kind of chemistry that they have at this high school level. So both of these girls, they've done so well for Earle. Maples only being a junior and Jefferson only a sophomore.
When you can tell players like that, players play like that together, and, you know, you're just seeing them play basketball and you know barely anything about them personally, it really shows how great of talents they are for your team.
And how special they are, truly, for this Earle squad. Start out this opening third quarter. Jefferson looking for the pass in here. Get it in. Great job that time. And one. Count it for Earle. And that time Madison Dunn will get the and one. We'll look to convert at the line here.
We talked about Maples and Jefferson, but Madison Dunn, a player that's really picked it up. She's had a very aggressive defense, already with 3 fouls and 6 points on the night.
Mm-hmm. We'll be good on that free throw, so can convert on it. 7 points now for Madison Dunn. She ended with 4 points in the first half.
Like to mention, it's a packed arena here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of energy from both schools' fan bases.
Left wing 3 coming up for Marktree. Shot will be no good that time from McGuire. Down the court is Maples. She's got all the room in the world for a right-hand layup.
Maples now 13 points on the night for the Lady Bulldogs.
She's just going to keep getting buckets, man. I mean, especially you leave her room, give her enough room to get up court to transition. Something that Maples is really good at, those transition buckets. Nice ball movement, less than 15 on the shot clock here. Check it out, Anderson top of the key. Looking to hop step, will pump fake, puts up the shot, will be no good.
Also something I'd like to mention, you know, Maples, a player that's been on defense on Ziona Anderson all night long.
Yeah, Maples' defensive game has been phenomenal, and she just scored again, so that's 15 now for her. She's been so impressive. I mean, her and Jefferson, I mean, the entire Earle defense has been very impressive so far tonight.
They have not let Marktree break through very much at all so far this game.
Down low in the post, though, able to find a bucket, yes. Dupree able to get another bucket, 6 points tonight for her.
Also, quite young teams, not a lot of seniors on these lineups. They've got a few more years to play together.
That's true. Long pass over to Maples. Right wing pull-up jumper will not fall. Jefferson's going to get a rebound. Back to Maples. Maples will pull it for the mid-range now. She'll get that one to go. And what seems to be a timeout called from the Lady Bulldogs and coach Stephen Jefferson. We'll be right back here on Suncom Media.
Southern Home Healthcare is your on-call home health care provider. Practically any home medical supply or service you need, you will find at Southern Home Healthcare. They feature home oxygen, walkers, wheelchairs, CPAP machines, braces, and more. And if you can't come to them, they'll come to you. On call 24 hours a day, 932-0990, 2925 South Caraway Road. Southern Home Healthcare, solutions for your home healthcare needs.
Back here for the Class 1A-3 District Championship on Suncom Media. It's our high school game of the week as well. 39-25 is the score here in the third quarter. And Earle, they're starting to extend this lead here, Ethan.
Coming out of the first half, you know, Maples just applying the pressure offensively and defensively.
They kind of sagged off defensively, and that's going to get a three-point bucket for Mark Tree, and it's McGuire. It's actually her first point of the night. And Jefferson over on that right wing, back to Maples. Maples will cross over. That's a quick double team from Mark Tree. That's Maples with the pull-up. Mid-range jumper from the free throw will not fall. Who's going to get the rebound? Seems like that's a Lady Bulldog rebound, and it is. No. I believe they're going to call that a jump ball. So the jump ball will go against Earle. So Mark Tree will get the ball back here.
Returning in for the Earle Lady Bulldogs is number 10, Ariana Perry, a 5'6" junior.
Left wing three coming up, no good that time from Dupree. Oh, try to get into Jefferson. Great defense, though, from Anderson. And, ooh.
Anderson going to knock the bench down for Earle.
Hey, I will say this, though. They love the hustle play there. I mean, risking it all to try to get that steal there. You got to love the energy.
I think that's always the sign of a great athlete, somebody who is not afraid to sacrifice themselves if it means bettering the team.
I'm sure Colton Frazier, coach really respects that out of her. Love the hustle. Maples get over to Jefferson. Jefferson quick pass back to Maples. Maples will feed it down to her teammate down low in the post. That's Boykin. Boykin will score for the first time tonight.
Earle's really good at just knowing when openings are formed and, where to throw the ball to.
That shows great team chemistry. That right there proves it.
As well as chemistry, great coaching from Stephen Jefferson.
Right wing three will not fall from Anderson. Anderson tried to get it over to her teammate. Will get it to Netspith. She'll drive. Right-hand layup will not fall. Down low in the post will draw a foul. That time for the Lady Indians, and it's number 3, Dupree. She's already got 6 tonight, looking to add to the point total.
Boykin about to foul out of this game. 1 foul from being out.
Yeah, Dunn's been in foul trouble as soon as this game started. I believe within the first minute she had already fouled. Oh, good on it. So a rebound that time from Maples. Maples will take it down court for Earle. Maples with the floater, no good. Kick out to Jefferson. Jefferson corner 3. Shot will, that's 2 rebounds for Pounds that time. She's been a rebound monster so far. Great assist that time from Maples to Jefferson. Hey, shout out to Madison Pounds, though, man. I mean, she was able to get under the post and get 2 back-to-back offensive rebounds. Drive from Dupree. Dupree will get it off the back glass.
It's already been an intense matchup so far. I'm sure we'll only see it get more aggressive as it goes.
Yeah, Mark Tree, they're starting to pick it up a little bit. 43-30 here.
Seems every time they begin to pick it up, though, Earle pulls up for a good shot.
Pound with another rebound. No one's talking about her offensive game tonight. Bang, three-pointer that time for Jefferson. That's her 3rd three-pointer tonight.
Jefferson currently with 15 points.
Jefferson only picking it up as this game goes, and the threes are starting to come out. McGuire with another 3. She's got 6 now tonight.
All of McGuire's points have come from 3s so far.
Jefferson looked for another one. Down low, blocked from Dupree, and a defensive rebound from Mark Tree. And contact between Pounds and Versi.
Checking for Mark Tree, number 4, Ava McHouston.
Checking in for Mark Tree for the first time tonight is going to be number 4, Ava McHouston, a 5'8" freshman.
I mean, you mentioned it earlier, both teams, they have a lot of young players. These are going to be 2 teams that are only going to develop more and more, especially with their current coaching system. Bounce pass down low, tries to get the shot to put up, no good. Nice snag rebound that time from Madison Dunn. Jefferson on the left wing here, crosses over, Euro step, beautiful. Cannot get it to finish though. I mean, that would have been a savvy play if she was able to finish at the rim.
You mentioned, quite young teams. Only one senior for the Mark Tree Lady Indians, which is going to be Versey. Gives both teams some time to maybe meet up next season as well.
Oh, for sure. I mean, and there's no seniors on this Earle team. Wow. I mean, it was like almost like Maples read it like a book, man. That's another steal for Maples and another bucket. 19 points now for Maples and a timeout here on Suncom Media.
Thank you to our Glensane family. Thank you for taking us on the job, no matter rain or shine. Thank you for putting us to work from sun up to sundown. Thank you for helping put food on the table and for meeting our community's needs. Thank you to our farmers for choosing Glensane for 70 years.
Back here on the campus of Richfield Christian School for the Class 1A-3 District Tournament Finals. Earle and Mark Tree. It's been a great matchup so far. Ethan Earle starting to take over a little bit. I mean, it kind of feels like when Mark Tree starts to pick up that pace, Earle's right behind them with that. So every time Mark Tree's able to get a good bucket and shot in, Earle's right behind them to score. That's kind of been the story of tonight's game.
That chemistry from Jefferson and Maples, man. Yeah. They make up 34 of the 48 points for the Earle Lady Bulldogs.
I mean, they both had a phenomenal night tonight. I mean, Jefferson, she shot, and she's had over 3 three-pointers tonight alone. Good at the line, that first shot for Dupree. Dupree sitting at 9 points now so far tonight.
Dupree, not a player that we really saw a lot of in the first quarter, but really came alive in the second and now trudging through in the third.
Good on both free throws there.
Breaking the 10-point seal for Dupree.
Someone else that's also picked it up as this game's gone on in the third quarter, Madison Pounds. She's been a great rebounder so far. Gotten multiple offensive boards that have led to Earle three-pointers. Turnover there. Mark Tree with the ball here. Anderson with a hop step. Will feed it down low in the post. Will get it inside that time for Versey.
A nice read that time from Anderson.
Long pass over to Maples. Maples back to Jefferson. Jefferson, left wing three coming up. Can she hit another one? No. And a Mark Tree rebound that time. Less than a minute here to go in the third quarter. Less than 15 on the shot clock. Anderson with the ball. Little jab step. Kick it over to her teammate in the corner. Shot is rejected from Maples.
You really cannot get past that 5'10" height advantage.
I think that's the second time she's blocked a three-pointer tonight. You're going to see Madison Pounds back in the ball game.
Mark Tree, they've been trying all night to break through this Earle defense, and they have not let up in the slightest. At one point we saw Mark Tree pretty close, only down by 7, but now, like you said, Earle trying to run away with it, currently up by 11.
Well, that's just been the big story of tonight. I mean, when Mark Tree hits a good shot and they start closing the gap, Earle, they start making it again. They start making those shots that they weren't making before, and so Earle extends that lead. And we've got to stop and play here. Looking for a pass in. It's going to be McGuire passing in for the Lady Indians. Oh, wow, crossover Anderson.
4 seconds on the shot clock.
Ripped away from her. Maples with the ball here. Looks like she almost could have lost it. No shot clock left remaining and less than 25 to go. Maples looks like she wants the last shot. Will drive, put up the floater, a high arcing floater. Will get her own rebound. Second time's a try and will draw a contact. And will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Bulldogs.
Maples 1 point away from breaking that 20-point seal with 7.1 seconds left to go. Maples, an aggressive player as we've seen all night for Earle, both on the offense and the defense.
Yeah, defensively, I mean, she's definitely, you can definitely notice her.
Had a lot of great defensive plays such as blocks and steals all night long.
I mean, blocked, I think, 2 3-pointers so far. Missed both free throws that time, so Mark Tree has the last shot if they choose so. Anderson from half court sinks it at the buzzer. Cold-blooded is Anderson to in the third quarter. Earle still leads Mark Tree 48-37. It's the Class 1A-3 District Championship on Suncom Media. Back here on the campus of Richfield Christian School for the Class 1A-3 District Championship Finals as we enter the last quarter to crown a 1A-3 District Champion. Ethan, I mean, we can't act like that half-court buzzer beater didn't exist from Anderson, man. Come on.
That broke the 10-point seal for Anderson. A crazy, crazy put-up from her. The whole arena was cheering. I think even some Earle fans.
How could you not, man? That was a great play. Maples will feed it inside to her big man. She can't make it. Try to get a rebound that time from Dunn. And Dunn no good on it, but Earle will retain here. So the last 8 minutes to crown a district champion. Maples with a tough shot. Gets her own rebound back. You got to be kidding me. Will draw contact, I believe. Yes, she will.
That foul going to be on number 4, Ava McHouston.
See the crowd here tonight. Earle and Mark Tree, they've definitely brought their faithful. And Crowley's Ridge Academy, they have packed out Richfield tonight. Great environment anytime we come here to Richfield Christian for a basketball game.
Absolutely. The crowd is just, they've been chanting all night for their respective teams, and with that free throw, Maples breaks the 20-point seal.
That's definitely something Richfield doesn't shy about. They bring the energy. They bring the crowd every time, every game day. Right wing three coming up for Anderson. She hit a half court earlier. No good on that three-point shot. Look at Jefferson, though, in the corner. Three-pointer will not fall. Anderson will get the rebound for Mark Tree. Only down by 9 is Mark Tree. They got to find a good possession here, start rolling it. Three-point shot will be no good that time. Jefferson will get the rebound.
Just want to mention Anderson, somebody who we've seen a lot of shooting from, but has also picked it up on the defensive front quite a bit. Able to swipe it a few times, get the rebounds for Mark Tree.
I mean, she at least has to have over 5, maybe even 7 steals so far in this game. Jefferson, she was wide, decides to feed it into her teammate, Madison Dunn. Dunn will get the and one count it. she is also almost going to reach that 10-point mark if she can convert on this and one here, Ethan.
Madison Dunn will watch out.
It's been an intense one so far. Even though Marktree's only down by 11, you know, energy has been high tonight.
Beautiful Euro step that time from Dupree. Dupree will sit at 12 points now. A great play offensively. Maples being double teamed, bounce pass to her teammate Jefferson. Jefferson will drive, will feed it into Madison Dunn's hands. Dunn will get another bucket that time. That will also put her with 11 points now tonight.
Madison Dunn, a player that we've seen for Earle pick up the pace as well. Despite Maples and Jefferson obviously being the stars of tonight.
Great drive that time and great finish at the rim with the left hand from Dupree. 14 points for her tonight. She's really just done so well as this game's gone on.
Seems every time Marktree puts a bucket up, Earle answers right back.
I mean, that's really been the story of tonight. Jefferson on this left wing here near the corner. Feed it down low to Dunn. Dunn can't get the bucket.
Believe Dunn was trying to draw contact there.
Dupree, baseline drive, and was looking, I believe, for a kick out. And it's going to feed it into a Lady Bulldogs' hands, and Anderson's able to save the ball, keep it alive for Marktree's. Bounce pass. Her shot is rejected that time from Maples. And Maples, she has been everywhere defensively tonight, Ethan.
Maples, oh my goodness. We've seen at least 3 massive blocks from her this contest.
She has been all over the court tonight. Been not only a offensive threat so far, but defensively, I mean, you could say she's done just as good defensively.
Leading scorer for Earle, but as you mentioned, been everywhere on defense.
She's leading in blocks, she's leading in steals. Anderson thought about popping it. We'll kick it over to the right wing for Markttree. That shot is good from Ava.
Gonna be Ava's first.
Yeah. This game's really starting to pick up. Jefferson, that's going to count as a 2-pointer, and a long-range mid-ranger is good. 17 for the sophomore Jefferson.
You know, when you flash back to the first quarter, it looked like an entirely different game. Both teams have brought the energy here in the fourth.
Dunn, great defense that time, and I mean, she was all over it. Jefferson over to Maples. That 2-1-2D that we've seen from Markttree all night tonight. Dunn, they'll find Madison again in the paint.
Earle leads by 10.
13 points for Madison Dunn. The left wing, Dupree, bounce pass. Give it back over to Anderson. Less than 4 to go here at Richfield. It's for the 1A-3 district championship. Down low, can't get it to go. Jefferson with the rebound that time.
Markttree gonna have to find some shots to fall if they want to win tonight.
Oh, wow. Maple able to keep her dribble alive. Get it over to Jefferson from way downtown. No good. Maples and won't count it for Earle.
Maples has been absolutely unstoppable tonight for the Earle Lady Bulldogs.
22 points tonight, looking for 23 if she can convert at the line. Man, what a game from Maples and Jefferson. Even Dunn has really started to pick it up here in the third and fourth quarter.
Maples sits with 23 points.
Now, this Earle team's going to be tough to beat, man. In the corner again for Markttree. Shot will be no good for McGuire. Three minutes to play here in the fourth quarter.
Earle just trying to drain the clock and be crowned the 1A-3 district champs. 10 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah, no time to shoot. The buzzer will expire, so a shot clock violation. Mark Tree will get the ball back here. Score is 60-47.
Out of the third, we saw Mark Tree only down by 8. Now they sit down by 13 points. Earle has just really brought the game back and made it less neck and neck and more of a domination over Mark Tree.
You know, it's been an even back and forth game, but it's Earle that's consistently had over 10+ points, average so far over Mark Tree tonight.
And it seems every time Mark Tree starts to pick up a little bit of pace, so does Earle. It seems like they feed off the energy of the other team.
Oh, they have to, and I believe a timeout will be called by Colton Fraser of Mark Tree. So a full timeout live here on Suncom Media.
At First National Bank, our mortgage lending team knows what it takes to make a home and a superior home loan process. Simple, proven, and reliable service with competitive rates at a bank that already feels like home. Since 1889, that's been the First National Bank way, because for our people in all our locations, this is home. Apply online today. It's easy. From our family to yours. Welcome home. First National Bank.
We welcome you back here for the Class 1A-3 District Championship, the final 2 minutes and 9 seconds of this girls game. Looking for a district champion. We'll have the boys game right after this. It's going to be a big one. So don't go anywhere. We'll be live here on Suncom Media. Less than 10 on the shot clock here. Mark Tree's got to find a shot. And tough possession there. Contact drawn. We'll find Anderson. Anderson wanting to space the floor here. Almost stolen that time. Jefferson wanted a hand on it. Ooh, Euro step. Beautiful floater that time from Anderson will not be good, but she'll have someone to clean it up in his Versi. She's got 10 points tonight.
Both teams are very similar. A lot of aggression and pressure on the floor, but great team chemistry.
I mean, both teams, they've got 3 separate players that have hit that 10-point mark.
It's really been a battle of titans tonight.
It truly has. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how both of these teams do in regionals. They got to win one game in the regional tournament to make the state tournament at Truman. So, I mean, truly for both of these squads, their next game is win or go home. It's so important.
I believe both of them are very, very capable. We've seen them both tonight with a lot of energy, able to knock shot after shot down.
I mean, this is a team, I wouldn't be surprised if you saw both of these teams at least possible, quarter semifinals. Definitely wouldn't be surprised to see Earle in the semifinals, for sure.
And with that, Maples has 25 points on the night.
25, man. What a game for her.
These are 2 teams I also wouldn't be surprised if we saw in the regional finals together as well.
That's true. That is also very true.
No matter what, they'll be on the opposite side of the bracket from each other.
Maples with a tough right hand will be no good. And it looks like Dunn's limping a little bit. Might have came down a little awkward that last play. And again, another block. I don't know if you want to count that as a block, maybe more of a tip shot there. But Maples, man, I mean, she's been everywhere offensively and defensively. I mean, almost a perfect game for her. She's just been lights out, deadly. And a three-point shot from Anderson, another big three for her. Will set her for 14. So a full timeout, though, for Mark Tree. So we'll take another break here on Sunkai Media.
Since 1980, Ace Heating and Cooling has been offering sales, service, and installation for new and existing homes. You'll find quality work at a fair price. They also offer a variety of financing options. Call for a free estimate. Shadrack's Coffee offers a unique blend of taste, speed, and friendliness in the pursuit of refreshing souls in a chaotic world. Locally owned and operated and driven by a desire to serve the individuals they see daily, Shadrack's goes all out to bring encouragement, hope, and awareness to the local needs and invest in our community. There's more to life than a perfect cup of coffee, so while you're at our window, have a chat. Be encouraged. Be filled with coffee. Find your nearest location by going to shadrackscoffee.com.
And we welcome you back to Richfield Christian School. The Class 1A-3 District Championship on the line. We're getting to the point in the game. 10-point lead for Earle over Mark Tree. If you're just joining us, you missed a really good game so far. A really great game between both teams. Both teams that you will see in the regional tournament. And like my broadcast partner mentioned earlier, you could see both of these teams in the possible regional finals too. And Jefferson able to save the ball, almost getting it. What a play that would have been. Euro step for Anderson and draw contact under the goal.
We mentioned it earlier whenever Anderson went to the Earle bench, but, you know, Maples there ran into the scores table. Able to sacrifice herself for her team.
She was almost able to jump over it, but still ran into it. I mean, who can forget Anderson's half-court heave, too?
With that free throw, Anderson sits at 15 points.
16 now.
Mark Tree's really got to make something happen here if they're going to come out of tonight with a win.
Less than 30 seconds to go here, no shot clock remaining. And a foul drawn, an intentional foul. That time from Anderson. So at the line to shoot 2 free throws is Jada Maples. Maples' 25-point performance tonight. The definite MVP for Earle tonight.
Absolutely. Not only now with 26 points, but, you know, defensively. So many key blocks, so many key steals for this Earle Lady Bulldog team.
I mean, like I've said it, she has quite literally been all over the place tonight. We're going to see another timeout from the Lady Bulldogs. So we're going to stay here, though, for it. Live here on Suncom Media, High School Game of the Week. We've got a big district championship also coming up. We'll have Brad and Dr. Garrett Weaver on the call for that one. I'll be running some stats for you guys as well for that game. But Ethan, this has been a fun one though. Earle still with a 10-point lead. I'm more curious about, you know, the future. What could we see for both of these teams when it comes to the regionals? We'll talk about who both of these teams will play in the regional tournament for the Roof Raiders post-game wrap-up. That will be right after the buzzer sounds. We'll cut to a small commercial break and we'll have the post-game wrap-up. But Mark Tree, this is a team that I think will still do very well in the postseason, Ethan.
We've seen a lot of aggression from both teams tonight. You know, two, undeniably fantastic teams out of the 1A-3
for sure
conference.
The two best, easily. I mean,
and we could possibly see them match up in the regional finals. You know, this is a few weeks away, but maybe even possibly the state finals as well.
Yeah, that's true. Depending how the bracket wants to play out, you know, you could also see that too. Left wing three-pointer coming up, no good. That time from McGuire, and Mark Tree able to get the rebound there. Euro step puts up the layup, will be good for Versi. Versi with 12 points tonight, And a timeout called for Mark Tree, the Lady Indians, and Colton Fraser. We're going to go ahead and stay here, though, on Suncom Media for another timeout. I think you mentioned it to me off air, actually, though, Ethan, but both schools brought their cheerleaders, so I think that's also helping for the energy. So we'll have, the energy already has been really great. I know it's only going to pick up, though, when we have this boys game coming up.
Absolutely. CRA bringing their entire fan base here, it feels like.
Oh, yeah.
Getting ready for that matchup. But Earle and Mark Tree brought a significant fan base as well. They have been loud and proud for their team tonight.
For sure.
Very vocal fans, but, always brings a lot of energy to the floor, and I'm sure helps all the players on the court as well.
Oh, for sure. And Warrior Gym, this Richfield basketball gym, perfect environment, man. Really gets really loud in here. Pass in from Jefferson, intentional foul from Mark Tree. Anderson, her third personal foul tonight with 5.6 seconds left.
Mark Tree knows they've got to make something happen with 5.6 left to go. 8 points down. Now 9 points down. Earle knowing they're closer than ever to clinching.
Let's say her at 28.
29, I believe.
29, yeah, that's what I thought. 29 points tonight for Maples. And in no way she's able to hit a second one. That one's no good. But say congratulations to your Earle Lady Bulldogs, your Class 1A-3 district champions. Final score, Earle to Mark Trees, 66-56. Don't go anywhere. It's the postgame wrap-up brought to you by Roof Raiders.
If it seems like our Roof Raider trucks are everywhere,
well, we kind of are.
At Roof Raiders, we're always helping our customers and our community. We're always on call, always on the move, always on top.
And we welcome you back to the post-game wrap-up brought to you by Roof Raiders. Tonight, your Earle Lady Bulldogs, your Class 1A-3 district champions. Ethan, final thoughts on tonight's game.
Mark Tree put up a tough fight. You got players like Dupree, Anderson, and Versey with over 10 points each for Mark Tree. But tonight's story has really been about number 2, Jada Maples, and number 3, Journey Jefferson. Maples with 29 points on the night for her Lady Bulldog team tonight, and Journey Jefferson with 17. Both players not only able to knock a lot of shots down, but we have seen them all night on defense as well. I'd like to mention, with that, Mark Tree will play Thursday night against Viola, and the Earle Lady Bulldogs will go against Norfolk on Wednesday. Regionals is going to be hosted at Greer's Ferry at Westside Greer's. Both teams, hope to see them maybe rematch in the regional final. Is going to be on the opposite side of the bracket from each other.
Ethan, thank you so much for joining me up here for the Class 1A-3 District Championship brought to you by Suncom Media. We want to thank the entire school administration and coaching staff here at the lovely Richfield Christian School. You've been watching the high school game of the week on Suncom Media, the Class 1A-3 District Championship. It's your choice for quality sports broadcast. For Ethan Murphy and everyone here at Suncom Media, I'm Alex Gallion, and we'll see you in just a moment.